How's it going, guys? Today we are looking at China Information Technology, or CNIT. Right now it is the volume leader, up about 98%, 98 to 100, and looks like around over 6 times the average volume. Just a few minutes into the opening bell here. As you can see, the $3, 50 EMA and under is our target buy-in. Right now, the resistance looks to be about 480 from the chart. Um, but yeah, seems like a lot of Chinese low floater stocks are getting pumped up this week, and we're gonna follow the trend here. And it's funny how CNET and CNET sort of sound pretty much the same. These are running on pure technicals alone and momentum. So let's see if we can't get under our target here for a decent gain. All right, just a minor update for you guys. Starting to consolidate now as it drops. Resistance on level 2 seems to be around the $4 range. So we're going to move that trend line right there. 50 EMA is still curling up. Looks to be about 333. So we are trying to get alerted under 330 for our initial buy-in target. That's close enough. Um, but yeah, it's doing its thing. Still plenty of volume on it. A lot of volume on all these Chinese plays. And we'll see if we're going to stay patient here. There's a few other Chinese stocks that are pumping up, but this one controls the most volume so far, so that's what we're going to stick with. Let's update you in a few minutes. Alright guys, we finally took our dip under the 50 EMA. We are able to buy in. We bought in a little early, but we were able to buy in at 358. Can't get it as close as I can at 358 here. Alright, yeah, close enough. First sell target seems to be around 390 and above. If you can get over 390 and test the $4 range, that would be perfect for us. But so far, we're gonna let this one play itself out, and looks like the lowest they got was 351. So we'll see if we can't work on that average as well. But like I said, we are at 358, and I will update you once we either work on our average or it starts to pop back up here. But there is plenty of volume, and it's quite early in the day. It went as high as $5 earlier this morning, and it should be in the $4 range, honestly. So that's what our sell targets are going to be. All right, update you in a few more minutes. All right, guys, we were able to work on our position here. We added at 348, so now our average is 353. And looks like it might be a little lower here, but we're going to go ahead and most likely sell off half above the 50 EMA and see if we can't get a even lower average. But doing okay so far. We like our 353 average. It's still below the 50 EMA, which is good. Let's see how low she really wants to go. We're looking at 340s right now. But if it gets out above our average, we'll be able to sell half and then work on continuing to average down and just wait for the real spike here. But yeah, it's really just continuing to drop, which is very unfortunate. But once again, we are at 353 and still waiting for the next leg up. Might even test the $3 range here. Alright guys, so we were able to sell half of our shares at our buy-in at 353. So now we can double down again if it gets down here in the 320 area. But we're gonna let this one see how high she can go. Uh, wasn't very wasn't too wavered by that drop. So we're back up at 353, and we will see if we can't um, work on our average even more as it drops into to sub threes. That'd be perfect for us because we really do want to sell up into the 390 area. And yeah, let's see if we can't buy in again if it comes down for us. Hopefully, it creates a new low. Looks like 320s is where we want to be at. There's quite a bit of buy candles right there, so that will be our next target. I'll stick with her 353 average so far. If she decides to run, that'd be great. If she dips back down, that would be even better. Um, so yeah, update you in just a few minutes. All right, guys, we were able to take our dip at 337 to buy in again. So now our average is 345. Right here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get sell targets for anything above the 50 EMA, which seems to be 350 and above. And unless this thing starts to climb back up, this might be a failed breakout, but it's still fairly early. So we're just going to continue to sit on this average so far. And the closer it gets to lunchtime, that's when we'll actually sell off. But for the most part, 345 is a good average, and lowest it got looks to be 323. So we're going to have another target if it gets underneath there. But I do believe it should test back up, at least over our average. So we'll see here what this decides to do. Um, I mean, there's just so much volume here. I'm not sure why it's taking its time trying to climb back up, but I'm not going to force this trade. We'll just see what happens from here. All right, guys, we were able to double down at 313. So now our average is at 329, well below the 50 EMA here at sitting at 340. And hopefully we'll be able to sell off here because this is a failed breakout, and we're gonna go ahead and try to just get off at 329, maybe sell half of our shares again and work on that average. All right, guys, once again we were able to sell off half of our shares at 329, so we can double down if it gets back into the sub threes. But our sell target is the 50 EMA, which seems to be 337. Once it gets over there, we will set our stop loss. But I mean, we still got to wait for a great uptick here, and it's not happening very well. So just gotta be patient here and let the volume speak for itself, because the volume is there. There's an incredible amount of volume. It's still fairly early, about an hour away from lunch. It's sitting at 30 million volume, which is about 10 million more than average 10-day. So we're just going to stay patient here and wait for it to cross over the 50. Then we will set our stop loss. But our 329 average is actually looking good so far. I'll update you in a few minutes. All right, guys, patience is paid off here. Our 329 average was great, and this is the uptick we are looking for. Hopefully this will pan out. We're going to set a stop loss at 335, and we're going to let this one ride. Thanks for joining me today. I mean, it was kind of a hard one, but this is why you need a strategy and why you need to never force a trade, which is why I was selling off half the shares at average and buying back down, waiting for the real uptick. It's a kind of a new strategy I'm trying out. But yeah, let's see if this can't catch momentum for a greater percentage.